Everyone, it's Kurt Schmidt here today to do a quick reaction video to the Crowdstrike CEO's interview on the Today Show. Look, after years and years, I've been building software my entire life, and this interview was amazing to me to watch. I thought it was poignant, but man, it looked like somebody's soul had been ripped out of their body. And I know this feeling because I've been this guy. I mean, not at this level by any means. I mean, this is an incredible level, but I have been in this situation, and I needed to talk about it and share it with you. So let's jump right into the video and take a look at what's happening here. Okay.
We're now joined by the founder and CEO of Crowdstrike, George Kurtz. George, it's good to see a lot of people woke.
Okay, let me just stop here for a second. Look at this guy's face. Look at his face. Look at his face. This is a man that has been run through the ringer. Okay. And I've been this guy. I've been this guy over and over again. I've been this guy. Okay. He's the CEO of this giant company. And there's this software bug that's happened that's taken out everything from airlines to 911. And there's nothing he can do. His big salary, his big position, his big title, his hands are so tied and he can't do anything about it. Oh, I have been in this situation a few times in the past.
Woke up, they saw that blue screen of death. We've been hearing all about the messes at the airports. A lot of broadcast channels, Australia, even ours here. We had those blue screens everywhere. People are wondering what happened. So what did happen?
Yeah. So first, thank you for giving me the opportunity to chat with you first on air.
Oh, I've been this too. So this is like speaking to clients, and the first thing you're going to do is be like, thank you for giving me the opportunity to explain myself.
And I want to start with saying we're deeply sorry for the impact that we've caused to customers, to travelers, to anyone affected by this, including our companies. So we know what the issue is. We're resolving and have resolved the issue now. It's recovering systems that are out there. And essentially, as you've talked about in the statement I put out, is the system was sent an update, and that update had a software bug in it and caused an issue with the Microsoft operating system. And we identified this very quickly and remediated the issue. And as systems come back online, as they're rebooted, they're coming up and they're working. And now we are working with each and every customer to make sure that we can bring them back online.
Oh, man. Somebody's getting fired.
But that was the extent of the issue in terms of a bug that was related to our update.
Mr. Kurtz, it's Savannah here in Milwaukee. I mean, you're in the cybersecurity business, and I certainly don't even pretend to understand this, but according to your statement, it was a single content update that has managed to shut down air travel, credit card payment systems, banks, broadcast, street lights, 911, emergency around the globe. Why is there not some kind of redundancy or some sort of backup? How is it that one single software bug can have such a profound and immediate impact?
Okay, let's talk about this just for a second. So what's amazing to me is still how many people don't understand how software works. And it is a valid question. Don't get me wrong. She's not asking a dumb question. But the problem is that software can be either the most robust thing ever or the most fragile thing ever. And what you're seeing here is something slipped through and affected something that most people just took for granted. I mean, that's really the story here. There's a lot of stuff between two different companies, between Microsoft and CrowdStrike, that both companies just take for granted. Like that, don't have to worry about that. That's just a thing. It's always been there. And once we implement this, it's just fine. It's whatever. And then, oh no, well, these two things have never mixed before. And we had really no way to necessarily test it. Now I'm assuming they have quality assurance, unless CrowdStrike has been one of these tech companies that's fired a lot of people in supporting roles, i.e., X and a number of companies that have gotten rid of a lot of the people that take care of these redundancies. That would be necessary. Okay, let's get back.
Well, when you look at the complexity of cybersecurity, you're always trying to stay one step ahead of the adversaries. Excuse me. Man, just 1 second, please.
Oh yeah, take a drink of water.
This poor guy's been up.
Sure, it's been a long night.
All night.
It's been a long night. We're always trying to stay one step ahead of the adversaries. And in this particular case, our systems are always looking for the latest attacks from these adversaries that are out there. So this content update went out, and as it does, and it's been doing for many, many years, obviously we've got a robust team that's looking at the safety and security and the quality of.
Okay, first of all, the graphics here are just completely unfair. Like, it's like this is not live stuff from the CrowdStrike outages. They're just throwing stuff up there. It doesn't need to be up there. And I have been this guy. Who's been up all night going, is it done yet? Is it done yet? Is it done yet? Is it done yet? Is it fixed yet? Can I call somebody and tell them it's fixed? Is it done yet? Is it fixed yet? This guy, he's a poor guy, but I'm sure townhouse and multiple houses probably make up for it.
These updates, and we have to go back and see what happened here. But if there's a negative interaction with the way some of these operating systems work, in this particular case, it was only the Microsoft operating system that was impacted, you'll see a reaction like this. And this is, what we've seen here.
Yeah, I think a lot of people woke up and wondered if something nefarious was afoot, if this was some kind of a cyber attack. But you're saying that it was just something within your own system. So now, as we sit here, I was watching the news out of Australia. They were trying to get their television stations back on the air, their hospital software back up and running, the banks going. How long does it take to get everything back up and running?
Hospitals and banks, people. Okay, this isn't just some Wall Street things. Like, hospitals and bank software is down. Look at his dead eyes. Yeah.
Well, yeah, first and foremost, again, just to reinforce what you said, it wasn't a cyber attack. It was related to this content update. And as you might imagine, we've been on, with our customers all night and working with them. Many of the customers are rebooting the system, and it's coming up, and it'll be operational because of, we fixed it on our end. And some of the systems that aren't recovering, we're working with them. So
key thing there, we fixed it on our end. But your systems now have to update. Did you not catch that part, people? So we're good. But now it's up to you.
It could be some time for some systems that just automatically won't recover. But it is our mission, is why we're here, to make sure that every customer is fully recovered, and we're not going to relent until we get every customer back to where they were, and we continue to protect them and keep the bad guys out of their systems.
Did you ever think, Mr. Kurtz, that you could experience something like this? I mean, does the breadth of this surprise you?
Well, when you look at software, it is a very complex world, and there's a lot of interactions, and always staying ahead of the adversary is certainly a tall task. So these sort of things.
I like that he's staying on message. Staying ahead of the adversary. This happened because we're doing good things in the world, just so you guys know. Okay.
Obviously, you try to understand and mitigate them. And in some cases, you have a weird interaction, and it didn't seem like it happened on every Windows system. There's different versions and flavors and patch levels, if you will. And we're just trying to sort out where that negative interaction was. And again, that's what we're focused on, getting customers back up and running.
CrowdStrike CEO George Kurtz, we appreciate you coming on the air so quickly after this happened and explaining your company's point of view. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, I don't mean to beat up on the guy, but man, I'm telling you, software is hard. And when you have a system that is so integral and so deep in so many different systems, there's a level of diminishing returns about how much you can actually test and actually work on. So if you ever worked deep in software building, hopefully, you've got some opinions. I'd love to hear what you think happened in the comments. I'm excited to hear if we do get some transparency around this in the future. I'm interested to see what happens to the CEO, if there's any repercussions there, and then how quickly these things get resolved, because a lot of this has put a lot of people through a lot of painful stuff. So I don't mean to make fun of that, but I do want people to understand that software is a tricky, tricky, tricky business. And if you're not paying attention, if you're just shipping without testing, you're going to run into things like this. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you do. I'm going to be talking about all things when it comes to building software and advertising and all different sorts of things from a service perspective. I appreciate you taking the time out of your day, and we'll see you in the next video.